In recent months, South Sudan has received hundreds of thousands of the displaced, mostly returnees of South Sudanese origin, who passed through the town of Renk on the Sudan border here. One, Yana Liwa, said she fled the country with no possessions.
I just fled without anything in hand. I wasn't able to take anything from my home. We were living in a makeshift tent, so when the bombs started to fall on our compound, we fled as fast as we could.
As thousands continue to arrive in South Sudan every week, Egypt, on Sudan's northern border, has effectively stopped refugees from entering the country. Initially, it allowed around 250,000 to cross its border, but a new rule in June required Sudanese to obtain a visa to enter. Rights groups say this violates international standards, and onerous wait times for visas endanger those trying to flee. Abdullahi Halake is with Refugees International.
Egypt is also experiencing serious economic crisis, and as a result, it is very, very careful on the number of people it's allowing in. And I think this is where, countries like the United States need to lean on Egypt and UNHCR to ask the Egyptian authorities to allow the Sudanese to come in. But that is not enough.
He added that donor countries must increase humanitarian funding to Egypt if they expect the country to begin taking refugees again. Other Sudanese neighbours, including Libya and Central African Republic, have their own security problems, and few are seeking refuge in either country. Fleeing to Eritrea on Sudan's eastern border would be an even worse choice for those seeking to escape the war, according to Eritrea Focus, a UK-based human rights group. The government is known as one of the most authoritarian and isolated regimes in the world, sometimes referred to as the North Korea of Africa.
And indeed, the president has said that the Sudanese people are welcome to come to Eritrea. How many Sudanese have actually taken that offer is unknown, and why would anybody want to seek refugee in Eritrea?
As international aid groups are not active in Eritrea, it's unclear whether any Sudanese refugees have arrived in the country. But even for those who have managed to escape, like Bokra Hassan Abdallah, who recently arrived in Chad, the difficulties do not end.
We were forced to abandon our homes due to attacks by janjaweed. As you can see, our current circumstances are a result of this displacement. Regrettably, I had to leave without my identity documents.
Lacking identity documents can make it hard for the displaced to register as refugees in Chad, in turn making it difficult to obtain support. As options for where to flee narrow, the number of internally displaced in Sudan is approaching 4 million, almost 4 times the number of refugees. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, Adre, Chad.